Okay, all I'm doing right now is I'm just setting up the live stream. We broadcast all of our bid openings on Zoom, on YouTube Live. It is the least entertaining YouTube channel you'll ever see. It also is just more of my voice. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen over to show our bonfire system. I will walk through every step as possible. I'm going to just mute a couple people just to make sure that there is no crosstalk and everything like that. When you see my screen, I will start going through the process and explaining how a digital bid is unsealed. So, and here we go. Here's our screen. So what I can see right now is that I see that this bid is BC-C-21-014, replacement of Greenwood Ave Bridge in the borough of Midland Park. I think it's a borough, I could be wrong. You can see right here, it says pending action. This project is pending review by me, Gerald Reiner, before releasing the reviewers for scoring. Please review the criteria and other projects. So what I do is I can dismiss this. I go to evaluation groups. At this point, this group is currently being withheld. That means until this time that I hit this button, no bids may be opened, reviewed, or presented. So I hit this button. Give me a little warning that just reminded me of that. Now I go down to submissions. Right now, we have submissions from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 bidders. I have to sign a declaration electronically. What this says in summary is that I do not have a conflict, financial or otherwise. I do not own a piece or part of any of these companies. If I did, I would have to denote it here, and I may not be able to continue. Since I have no conflict, there's no issue, and I can continue and proceed as planned. So I click no, and I electronically sign this document, and it is stored with the file for prosperity and audit purposes. I go to sign and submit. I go to hide. And now, as you can see, I have access to the information here. So I can choose the documents. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this item called scorecard. I'm going to go to this order list. That is the area that we have the bid table in. Okay, all right. So what will happen is that this will auto tabulate. So I'm going to go to lowest and then one vendor. I'm going to click go. And the lowest apparent bidder is Sparwick Contracting. They have bid a total sum of $2,019,792. $2,019,792. I'm just checking for allowances to see if there was, okay, there's the allowance that everybody had. All right, so that's all the same. So what is going to happen is that after this bid is open, I'll read out the other ones. I should do that. I apologize. Persistent Construction Inc., $2,940,757. Marlboro, $2,031,117. Joe M. Sanzari, $2,074,577. CRS Contractors, $2,780,390.70. Sinelli Brothers, $2,524,000 even. CMS Construction Inc., $2,369,726. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lock this in place so that way no one else can edit it. Sparwick is the presumptive winner right now, the lowest bidder. What we're going to do is we're just going to check some of the documents now. So we're going to go back to our project. And the key in evaluating these documents is I'm going to be looking for those documents which are mandatory to be received at time of bid opening. As you are aware of contractors, there are documents that you have to receive before when at time of bid, and then time that is before contracting. And I'm getting tongue twisted, and I apologize for that. So the major one is the ownership disclosure. This will show this on the screen, and I see it is all filled out and signed. It is acceptable. I have a digital purchaser opt-in form. This just allows the County of Bergen to send electronic purchase orders to the vendor, so that way it's a better timely way of paying. Disclosure investment activities that ran. This was recently changed to be required before contracting, but as you can see, we have it here, which is great. Bid bond, a consent of surety. So the only thing here is that I'm gonna ask for advice of council. The one thing to point out is that they have submitted a bid bond form that is from the County of Passaic. So it's made out to the County of Passaic. However, though, again, I'm gonna have our county council make the determination on materiality. That is not something I can make on my own. And again, the consent of surety is County of Passaic, so on and so forth. Again, I'm going to need to verify that with county council. Subcontractors and pre-qual information. Start with contracting, BRC. We always verify these things. Public Works Contractor Registration Certificate, good through 2022. Certificate of Information Report. Sparwick classification, just additional information. New Jersey Turnpike Authority, anti-transit. BMC. Just a lot of extra stuff. Sorry, I mumbled that. I said a lot of extra stuff. So, Certificate of Federal Non-Debarment. Filled out and executed. Okay, here is the identification of subcontractors. No subcontractors are being planned to be used by Sparwick. Joe M. Sanzari was the second lowest, and no subcontractors the same. And what I'm going to do, just for the benefit of everyone, because I do have to ask that question of county council, I'm going to just go through Joe M. Sanzari's paperwork too, just for everyone's benefit. Let me just double check the scorecard to make sure I am not wrong in my presumption that I recall that Joe M. Sanzari was the second lowest bidder. And I am not correct. Sorry, Marlboro Inc. would be the second lowest apparent bidder. Again, we're just going to check their paperwork because there is that one question I need to ask of council. Apologize for misspeaking. We're all human. Ownership disclosure for Marlboro, let's pull it up. It appears to be filled out and accurate. We don't need to see the purchase orders. Let's just pull up the IRAN form. Again, this is required before contracting, but it's always easier to have it at time of bid. Bid bond and consent to surety. Yep, here's the bid number. And I'll just, again, I'm going to have to send everything to council just to be sure. Subcontracting certificates. LC equipment, 921, 2022. That is for Zone Striping Inc. And Federal Department form. So at this time, again, I'm going to just, I'm just reviewing the So the two subcontractors that they intend to use are not prime subs, so they have the information, but they weren't required to have the information. So that's good. So like I said, I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. What will happen is all of the bids are actually going to be available for download before the end of the day on the same portal. If you're logged in, you'll be able to have access to it, no problem. What I am going to do again is I'm going to ask County Council for the final determination, to which we will put up in writing as to what is going on. If the bid bond is a curable matter, or if it's not, again, off the top of my head, I'm not going to make that call right here and now. All bids are opened and presumed to be under review until action by the Board of County Commissioners. I still accidentally say Board of Chosen Freeholders. So on that note, are there any questions? You may ask questions. I'm limited to what answers I can give you, but other than that, we are done. Okay, so seeing no questions, going once, going twice, there have been no questions asked. I'm going to end this session, and this is available for review on our YouTube channel.